holy crap. Who is this that you're looking at? It's been for freaking ever. Obviously, I am not in a truck. I am leaving from getting my hair cut. Man, look at me busting all these rhymes. It's almost like I don't have time. Anyways, yeah, I just got my hair cut. So, here's why you guys haven't been seeing me. Truck's broken. Well, I mean, it's not really broken. We got everything taken care of, but we're waiting on a air conditioning line so I can get the air conditioning fixed. And no, it's not a big deal that I don't have it. I mean, I've driven trucks without air conditioning before. It's not that bad, but I'm a big guy and I sweat easily, and so I like to have my air conditioning. So ideally, I want to get that fixed. It's not that hot out right now, but I want to get it fixed. But the problem is we're waiting for parts. We had this AC line ordered from Kenworth like 2.5 weeks ago, and we're not hearing anything about it. It's not showing up. It's just, yeah, it's been a mess. Other things I've had done on the truck though, there was a small coolant leak. We got that taken care of. And then I had all the fluids changed. Oil, coolant, transmission, differential, hubs, just changed all the fluids. It was about time. I didn't know how many miles was on that stuff. I think I was, actually I do, it was in the report. I think stuff like the transmission and differential had about 300,000 miles on it maybe. I don't know, I can't remember. But we got all that stuff changed. And the next thing that we're working on doing is going to be the big chunk of change, but I want to do it just so that I feel more comfortable with the truck. I'm going to have an engine rebuild done on that thing here in the next couple months. It's not showing any signs of needing one. Like, it's not really eating coolant, it's not really eating oil. It'll go through about a gallon of oil per 10 to 11,000 miles, which is about my oil change interval. But it will eat a little bit of oil on that aspect, but nothing bad. As far as I know, it's not down on power. It's not like it's struggling in efficiency or whatever. It's just the truck has 800,000 miles on it, which isn't bad for the 8.3. But it does have almost 23,000 engine hours, which is quite a lot. The previous owner idled that truck a lot, and I don't idle it that much throughout the night, but the past couple months I have been here and there just because it's been hot out and I've been wanting to sleep with air conditioning. So I've been idling it a little bit, but the idle hours are high. And ever since I bought that truck, there's always been oil or coolant seepage of some sort on the driver's side of the engine block. And so it's never gotten bad. Like, if you power wash it, it'll clean up, and after about a week or two, it'll sort of cover itself with oil again. But for the most part, the engine's been solid. I have a feeling, I mean, in good strokes of luck, it would last for another 100 to 200,000 miles. But I would much rather rebuild it now and be safe than to be out somewhere and then it just chews through its head gasket or whatever it may do. So we're gonna have that done. And the problem is, as we can tell with this AC line, parts are taking forever to show up. There's a shortage of everything and yada yada, so getting parts is a pain. And so I want to order that and get that rolling as soon as possible, but I need to make some money too. I'm not hurting for it, but I hate sitting around. So that's kind of where we're at. I'm supposed to be hearing back from Justin, the mechanic, to see what he's heard, and maybe we'll find some other way around this. Like, I know there's a pull-apart junkyard filled with trucks that I could probably go to, maybe find a temporary line, or maybe it's patchable in some way. I don't know that stuff very well, so we're just gonna kind of play it by ear. But anyways, wanted to throw that update. I might shoot and talk to you here again here shortly once I do hear from them. But other than that, that's where we're at. I'm sorry it's been so long. I know it's getting close to a month since I've made a video or anything, but I'm hoping to get this all sorted out and get back to doing some stuff, because I'm ready for it. I'm ready to work again. You can only sit around for so long. So, all right, that's kind of where we're at. I'll talk to you guys here later. Thanks. She's wounded. That coolant line right there. It's got a hole in it. You can see where it's been sitting. It sat inside this wire loom and was zip tied along there. And I don't know whose bright idea that was, but you can see it actually wore through that rivet. And she's popped a hole. It's not a major leak, but I think anytime that fan kicks on, there's a lot of pressure and it starts squirting out of there. With the truck just running, you can see steam trying to push out and a little light mist of coolant. I'm not low. I checked. I can't see it on the sight glass, but it's probably about right there as far as the fill level. But it's made a mess out of there. The reason why I thought it was having issues is I got out here to my delivery to make that last set of slabs, and I had ice cold AC all the way and shut the truck off and make the delivery. And after that, start the truck back up, and she was blowing hot. Compressor was kicking on and off. I was like, there's no way it lost all of its Freon. And so I called my mechanic to see if he knew what was up, because another thing that I noticed was when the truck was sitting at idle, normally if you sit in idle for a while, temperature will drop down to about 150 degrees. It was still climbing up to 210, and then the fan would kick on and cool itself down. He at first thought that it was the high pressure AC switch that was kicking it on and off and whatnot and causing it to run hot. Now, I haven't heard of it causing to run an engine hotter. I know the high pressure will cause the AC or the engine fan to kick on and off because it thinks that there's either too much pressure in the system or something like that, but I didn't think it would make it run hot. Well, it wasn't until further investigation where I saw that I had a leak. Had to chase it down and went to that hose there. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a whole bunch of tape, wrap that up and bandage it, and then I'm gonna have to go somewhere and try to find a hose. I was gonna have a load for today, but that one fell through. So I'm sort of just sitting here. I was trying to find something else, and then this happened, so I'm have to go and get that replaced, band-aid it, replace it, and I'll probably have to find work for tomorrow. So this week hasn't been very good. I appreciate that. So yeah, that's the situation. All right, sit rep. I put a whole bunch of electrical tape on there, so it's fattened up pretty good, but I don't know how well that's gonna hold. I'm not quite sure what type of pressure goes through there, but should be enough to hold back a little bit of a leak. It wasn't that puncture, but it's just enough that I could spray out, so hopefully that'll work. It's time for that line to be replaced anyways, because as I was working on it, notice right here it's been rubbing up against that hot pipe that's ground down pretty flat. So she's not happy right there. You can see it made a mess all over the place. I soaked up a lot of it, but I noticed it was splashed down right there, and that's what led me to that line. But it soaked quite a bit of the stuff. But that's the top of the engine. She's old. She got some miles. Good times, good times. Big boiler. At least not that big, but it's a boiler. And a pallet. So as you can see, I got 4 chains going to each 4 corner here. Excess is just dropped in there. And then I got 2 straps going over just to give it a little bit of downward pressure. We put these 2x4s here to protect this conduit. So that's doing good. That's the excess. Good and tight. See, pretty decent size up there, but it's riding good. I like it. We're off of the rest area, the last rest area in Pennsylvania, off I-81 going south. So we're gonna go over there, We're here, and we're gonna continue to make our way down south, and I'll park up at a truck stop in Knoxville. I'll be about as far as I could go as far as having places to stop. I thought about going home and just waiting at home. We can't deliver till 10 in the morning. They got an appointment by crane to unload this for tomorrow. But yeah, I was thinking about just going home and sleeping there, but I decided I'll just stay out. But we still have our little coolant issue, or actually it's a Freon issue. I kept calling it coolant the other day, but that's the high side coming out of the, I guess that's the condenser radiator up front. I'm pretty sure. I'm not good with my air conditioning stuff, but that line that was leaking, that's the high side that runs into the compressor. So I do not have air conditioning because all my Freon has indeed leaked out. And so I got me that fan. It's just blowing on me. And then I have the windows open when I can, but it's obviously loud with them open. But it's alright, I'll manage. Should be good for tonight, so we'll drop it off, and then that puts me pretty much right outside of home. So I'm gonna take the truck to my mechanic, have a PM done, so oil change, grease, all that other stuff. We'll fix that AC line. I'm gonna keep cruising and just sort of take it easy today. This load isn't paying all that great, but it gets me home, and after everything that's been going on, I need a little break. So, and this week off on the downside, but that's all right. I'll take it. It'll be fine. So, all right, that's it.